Hello, I'm Trevor Boria. Today we're doing atmospheric rendering. We're going to make fuel for the furnace and greenhouse gases. We need oxygen. I've built a brand new testing facility. I don't know what you'd call it. Yeah, that's good enough. We're going to do the big power vent into a storage tank as an intake for atmosphere, but we're going to have it switched off a temperature sensor because during the day, it's like 7,000 degrees out here, and I'm not interested in trying to cool that later. That's just stupid. So logic. We're going to need a transformer, logic writer, logic reader, compare unit, memory. I'm going to cable this up. It's not going to be interesting. You won't miss anything. We've left this spot right here empty because that's where we're going to put our sensor. But we also need another transformer off of that because there's going to be another logic circuit programming it. We're going to use this circuit a bunch of times in this video, and we're not going to run through it over and over again. That was a lie. We're definitely going to run through it over and over again, but we'll make it fast. You won't have to be here all day. Logic reader in will be that gas sensor, and the variation is going to be temperature. Variable? Variation. Compare unit 1 will be the logic reader. Out is going to be less, and 2 will be the logic memory. Logic writer in will be that compare unit. Out will be another transformer, and the variation is going to be on. The gas sensor measures in Kelvin, so we're going to set our memory to 401 Kelvin, which is like 127 or 8 in Celsius. I don't know. I have no idea how to convert that. Feel free to leave a comment about how easy that is to do. I won't remember, and even if I do remember, I won't do it. I'll just Google it, or not. I didn't this time. I just guessed. We need the exact same circuit again right beside it. Logic reader, logic writer, compare unit, the memory, cable. And then we're going to hook that up to our big power vent and our tank. And the rest of my circuit, because I'm an idiot. Logic reader in is going to be that big tank. Variable is going to be the pressure. The compare unit's going to be the same as what we just did. 1 will be the logic reader, out will be less, and 2 will be memory. Logic writer in is the compare unit, out is the powered vent, and the variable is on. And we're just going to set the memory to 8,000. So this circuit is controlling that transformer, and when the temperature is below 127 degrees Celsius, it'll turn that transformer on, and as long as the tank has less than 8,000 kilopascals in it, that circuit is going to turn on our powered vent. I'm now questioning everything I've ever done. Our atmosphere is like 25% pollution, so we're going to build a simple drain system off the bottom of this tank, because when we compress the pollution, it'll turn into liquid, and that will blow up our pipes and ruin our day. I'm not into explosions if they're not going to be fire. No one cares about explosion. Vent comes on, atmosphere goes in, there's liquid pollution. The number is getting higher. There we go, venting out the drain. Sick. That's not gonna, we obviously won't filter out all the pollution that way, but I mean, it's a start. I'm just gonna do 2 pipes to bring this inside. Like, I'm gonna put 2 regulators on it, and I think that'll be more efficient. I don't know. More pipe. So much more pipe. Man, I hope you like watching a dude lay pipe, because that's gonna be a lot of the video, I think. We'll make it fast. Regulators. Right, I forgot. We're gonna put regulators here. Air conditioner. And we're gonna pipe another drain off this just because we're storing more gas, more pollution. I don't know. It's always good to have a drain on your pipe system, right? Outside. Add the regulators in. We'll set them later. I'm not worried about that right now. But we do need a coolant pipe off this air conditioner. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just has to get outside. And it's got to be gray. How else is it going to cool the coolant if it's not gray? Drain. I guess the drain doesn't have to be anything interesting either. It's just got to be a drain, right? Simple. As for the air conditioner, I don't think we're going to spend a lot of time on this. We just did a video dedicated to air conditioners on Vulcan. So, air conditioner, coolant pipe, tank connector, more pipe, doesn't have to be insulated, cowl, back pressure regulator. Not making that mistake again. Drain, meter, active vent. And we're just gonna set this to 5,000. Carbon dioxide. Big old tank. Don't know how much is in there. And that's the way she goes. I'm gonna cable this up. All of it off one transformer, including the regulators. Active vent set to in and on. 14 megapascals. That's fine. And we're just gonna set this to 0. Carbon dioxide turns to a liquid if it gets too cold, right? So we're just gonna set our inside 1 to 30 for now. We're gonna have to adjust it because it's gonna grow potatoes. We're gonna set the pressure regulators to 5,000. I don't know why I'd put 2. I guess it'll be faster to get atmosphere in. I mean, we used a big power vent. We don't really need 2. But I like the way it looks, right? The liquid pollution is going down. That's cool. Because we're cooling it. We're going to use a pipe analyzer to measure the temperature. I'm not going to measure it off the tank. I don't think that's going to be as accurate. And we'll need a simple logic circuit again. Another transformer. Same thing we did outside. Logic reader in is the pipe analyzer. Variable will be the temperature. Compare unit 1 is the logic reader. Out is less, and 2 is the memory. Logic writer in is the compare unit. Out is going to be the transformer. And on. On? No. Out will be on. Logic memory we're going to set to 303.15 Kelvin, which is like 30 degrees Celsius. I did a conversion. No, I didn't. Google did. Why would I lie to you? We're just going to bang out this filtration system real quick. Filtration unit, obviously. And we're just going to pipe this over, down, in, tank. The unwanted gas, I guess we'll just pump right outside. I'm going to put a one-way valve on it. More pipe, cowl, done. And then we just have to hook up this tank. Sick. This is going well. I'm happy, I think. Cable. No. Logic? Yes. No. We need to cable that over, and we're going to have to build another logic circuit. The same circuit. And I guess we just bring this over off that transformer. So logic reader in is the tank. Variable is pressure. Compare unit. Logic reader. Less. Memory. Logic writer in. Compare unit. Out. Filtration. Out variable. On. Are you tired of hearing this? Because I'm tired of saying it. But if I don't say it, someone will tell me I didn't say it. And I don't want that. The memory unit, we're just going to set to 3,000. We're going to have a cascading pressure system. You can adjust the pressures and temperatures at your own accord, and you will need to. This is just a demonstrational guideline. Educational. What am I trying to say? Now, I have to build the exact same system again for carbon dioxide. So we're going to need another air conditioner, more pipe. I don't know how we're going to bring that over yet. It's going to have to be filtered outside. Another tank. Carbon dioxide filters, and definitely not swear words. Cable, but the cable's going to have to come off that transformer. And then have another transformer so that the logic doesn't interfere with itself, each other, whatever. And then I guess it'll be the exact same values we just put in the last system, but for a separate system. So let's get that done. Carbon dioxide. I don't know how it's going to be edited, but I built a greenhouse. Because we have to turn that carbon dioxide into oxygen. So I'm going to do a greenhouse video later, and we're going to show you how to make water. But right now, we're going to have to tie into that carbon dioxide tank. Bring it over top of everything else. Back down, because we're going to want a tank connector. We're going to have some regulators in there. It's going to have to go over to the greenhouse and in. We're just going to use a simple portable tank. And we're going to set the regulator for that to like 200 kilopascals. It doesn't have to be much because we're just going to need to feed the greenhouse with it, really. It's just like a buffer tank, I guess. And then for our greenhouse regulator, the potatoes want 52 to 98 kilopascals. 60. So we've got carbon dioxide going in at 60 kilopascals. That's not overly useful for fuel. We need another filtration system. but we don't need any logic for it. It can just run all the time. And we'll just pull pressure out, loop it around, and put it back in off the unfiltered. And we'll have the filtered go over to another tank. And because we're not going to use any logic here, we'll just have a pipe going straight up out of the roof, a little bit of insulation on it, and another back pressure regulator, which we're just going to set to like 3,000. And that should be fine, I think. I've added some stuff. I put a regulator, it goes to a radiator, to a storage tank. You don't really need to do that. I think you could just run a gas mixer off there, but I like to have gases stored in a bunch of places. I don't know why. It'll help the pressures equalize. The only thing I'm worried about is that's going to pump oxygen straight out in the atmosphere, which is 700-degree volatiles during the day. And we're just going to pump oxygen. That's fuel. We're making fuel in the atmosphere. Let's do a test. Let's do an experiment. I built this. It's the same thing we have on top of our other building, except it's bent a little bit, but that's fine. Regulator, one-way valve, oxygen tank on. That's anticlimactic. What's going on here? Can we edit this so I don't look like a knob? No? Is that not an option? Cool. Round 2, on. I guess that's not going to do anything interesting. I'm going to open this tank out here and see what happens. Keeping in mind it's only 125 degrees out here right now. Nothing, eh? I thought that'd be more entertaining. I don't know. I thought it'd catch fire. Or explode, maybe. Something. Back inside from that garbage experiment. That was boring, right? Anyway, we need a gas mixer. And I guess tank connector, pipe analyzer, logic. We're going to have to build the same logic circuit again. And that's going to need to be cabled over to the pipe mixer and analyzer off its own transformer. That's fine. Just one circuit though. Logic reader in is going to be the pipe analyzer I just mentioned 1,000 times. Awkward. Oh, and out's going to be pressure. Logic reader less memory. Logic writer in will be the compare unit. Out will be the gas mixer. Variable is just on. Memory, we're just going to set to 5,000. I have both those other tanks set to 5,000. It'll be a lot of switching on and off, but that's fine. We're going to tie the gas mixer in at those rods that I built. And then we just need a Mark II tank. I mean, it doesn't have to be Mark II, but that's what I'm going to use because I'm going to carry it around and do stupid things with it outside in the heat. And I don't want it to blow up, although I don't think it will now. Gas mixer. I'm just going to tweak it so I know exactly what value I'm changing. 40. So that's input 1. Input 1 should be 66 because our fuel ratio is 66 volatile to 34 oxygen. Let me just double check. Input 2 is the side. That is the oxygen. We making rocket fuel. I use rocket fuel for everything. Are you not smeltering with rocket fuel? Maybe that's why my stuff's always exploding. I wouldn't have it any other way though. Gas mixer comes on and we already have 1 megapascal in it. Why are we looking at these little numbers? Let's look at the tank. The pressure in that pipe analyzer will hit 5,000 before the tank does. But it'll cycle on and off. I mean, everything we've built here today is going to cycle on and off over and over again until the things are full or whatever. That's what we built. There we go. Check that out. 5 megapascals at 24 degrees Celsius of rocket fuel. Yeah. So that's the end of the video. That was as fast as I could make fuel on Vulcan. And I mean, we have oxygen for the greenhouse, so that's cool. Thank you for watching my video. You have a good day. We're doing water next. Not all gamers are pro. How was that? Did we get it? That was 5 hours of video for you to edit. So good luck, man.